I've been on with my analysis. Yes,
You have got this pegged.
a little bit. I knew the Jets were good. I knew the Jets were good. I wasn't 100% sure that that they would win against the Chargers. I thought the Chargers might win, but obviously I'm pretty excited about Vikings Saints. I like the Vikings.
I can see that you do.
I do. I've been wearing this hat a lot, and yeah.
I mean, was there anything that happened this past weekend that was just totally beyond what you expected? I mean, sure, you thought that the Chargers would have a shot of winning, but are you really surprised that the Jets beat them? Are you really surprised that
No, nothing surprised me. Nothing. It's all gone according to my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the Jets to win both games. I picked every game right except I kind of waffled back and forth on Arizona Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think in the paper I had Green Bay, but in the podcast I had Arizona. So I can't fully. But that game was also. It might as well have been a tie. So I was even right by going both sides of that. I feel like I was right.
Yeah, I'd say so. And that was an instant classic, that game.
Yeah.
And
not the one against the Saints though. Cardinals were not an instant classic.
No, but we have been seeing some really good games here in the playoffs this year, and for all the talk earlier in the league, earlier in the season that the league, maybe the parity was gone,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe because there were so many undefeated teams, but it seems like things have evened out. And now we've got the best teams fighting for the spot. I mean, look, we got the top two seeds in the NFC going at it.
Yeah, I really do think that these are the best teams. I think that it sounds silly to say, but because the Chargers were kind of the hot team, but if you really look at what they were doing, they had very comparable seasons, the Jets and the Chargers. A lot of times one team's 9-7, the other team's 13-3, and you think there's a big gap between them. But in this case, the Jets really played more like an 11-5 team this year, or even a 12-4, and the Chargers were good, but their defense was never great. The thing about the Jets is, it's almost like, okay, they have this thing of if we can get to 17 points, we're winning, because we're not going to give up more than 17. Really, the only bad game they've played all year on D was against the Pats here in Foxborough. That was the only time that a team really took it to the Jets. Other than that, I mean, they played the Saints even, but the Sanchez was so bad. I do think that the Saints maybe looked a little better than they really are against Arizona, just because Arizona had they had a bunch of injuries on defense, and if you can't, if you don't have your full guys against the Saints, you're going to get smoked. Mm-hmm. But I think the Vikings, and I picked, I've been I think I picked against them before we started the playoffs, just because I didn't want to.
We didn't want to come across as too.
Not even that. It's weird when you have a team you like. You can't really, and it's hard to look at them straight.
Sure.
But if they play the way they did against Dallas, no one's beating them. They're that when they played that way, they're clearly the best team in the league. No one can do it all like they did, and they showed it. I mean, they stopped the run. They made big plays on D. They got the pass rush. They were great on offense. I mean, their offense is great no matter what. The defense is up and down. So I think that if they play that way against New Orleans, they'll win, because New Orleans defense. Minnesota should score 28-31 against New Orleans, so it's a case of can they hold the defense down.